from a very special place, special to me anyway, Chumphon province. This particular beautiful beach, Hat Tung Walain, was my home for 3 of some of the happiest years of my life. And today I'm going to show you around this province, show you around this area, and tell you the story of how I moved to Thailand, what did I do here in Chumphon province for 3 years, and how it shaped who I am and what I do now. So I would say strap in, but it's just a chill, relaxed video in a beautiful, chilled, relaxed place. And I'll tell you a story. So sit down, relax, open a beer, or have a cup of tea or something, because we're going to explore and learn all about the beautiful and very unknown province of Chumphon. My name is Paddy Doyle, and this is my little Honda dream, and welcome to Next Level Adventures. Right now we are attempting to visit every single province in Thailand. We've had some incredible adventures already, but the best part is we're only just getting started. So subscribe and join us as we discover this incredible country together. Okay, so before I tell you the first part of the story about how I came to this particular province and for what reason, I'm just staying at Mali Blues here on the beach. It's absolutely gorgeous and the room is to die for. So I'm just going to sit here and do my little first piece to camera, but first let me show you the incredible room. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Here on the beach, literally on the beach, this door here that you can see, as we come out, it leads to these beautifully painted wooden slats, and then you've got plastic chair and table and direct, uninterrupted access to the beautiful calm waters and the ocean. And then when you come back in, you've got this big open space, good for reading, good for chilling. You've got a fridge, amazing scent of incense there. The whole room smells of perfume. It's beautiful. And then the owners, who are artists, have their own work here. There's about 4 or 5 different pieces on the walls, and they're really nice. And just the little finishes and little ocean themed decorations, just like this hook, this fishing hook for hanging your coat or your rain jacket as you come in, and the boat paddles and everything. And then there's a little step up here, cool carpets, and then the beautiful bed with this incredible window and curtains, which I think I'm going to open and really get that sea breeze. And then you come through these really nice doors they've got here, and the bathroom's really nice. I love the way they've like done this polished concrete, and huge, big shower area here with this wall. And here's the throne. Nice. And again, look, just these cool little touches, the ocean, towel racks and things. And 1,500 baht, which is about $50 US. So it's not the cheapest, but it's definitely the most beautiful room on this beach, bar none. So the year was 2012, so it was a bloody long time ago now. And at the time I was living and working in Leeds, a city in northern England. I had finished university and graduated with a bachelor's, and I was a skinny, jean-wearing, long curly haired, wannabe cool dude, basically. I was working in Core Lane, working in the bars there, DJing, bartending, just getting up to mischief. And some of the best years of my life were on that street, working and just living off a diet of Jägermeister and tequila and tacos, basically. And I remember one morning I was slightly hungover, more so than normal, walking down Leeds Briggate High Street, and I saw a guy about my age, and he was a teacher taking his class of young kids on a school trip. I think they were going to the museum or something, and they were walking down the street, and the way he was interacting with them and they were interacting with him, I could just see that, you know, he had purpose. He had a career that was a bit more meaningful, well, a lot more meaningful, and he just looked happy, and I envied him And so at that moment I started thinking about becoming a teacher. And a couple of years later I had gone back to school and topped up my education, and I went to India for a little while. I worked in a little school for 4 months, and that was just to sort of test the waters. Was I actually good at teaching? Did I enjoy it? And I loved it, and I loved teaching, and I knew I didn't want to teach in England.
Hello, my name is Paddy. This is class 3rd B, the only place to be.
So I started looking abroad, and I found an agency online that said that, you know, with my qualifications, with my experience, they would find me a job in Thailand. And I got on the plane and I flew over to Bangkok, and a few weeks later I was offered a position in a school here in the province of Chumphon, and I took it. And this is the school. This is the very school that I was placed in. It is a private Catholic school. Like literally the heads of the school, the head teachers are nuns, and they even have a really cool chapel. And I was placed here. The other 2 people that I was with living were placed in a high school, but this is a primary school. And I had 3 very happy years here. However, in the first year, because I came through an agency, the agency and the school actually fell out. And I remember 9 months into my first year, the agency called me as I was getting ready to go to school. They said, "Oh, Paddy, don't go in. We've fallen out with the school. We're gonna take you out of that school and put you in a new school somewhere." And I said, "What are you talking about?" Because by this point, you know, this school had taken me in. I felt like a part of the faculty. I'd connected with the students, connected with my colleagues, and I was part of the foundations as far as I was concerned. So I told them, like, no, don't be stupid. I don't care what problem you've got. I'm good. They like me. I love the school, so I'm going to work. And they said, well, you know, the school aren't going to pay us, and therefore we're not going to pay you. And I was like, well, I'll just see out the rest of the year. You don't have to pay me. It's a couple of months, and then I'll make a decision what I want to do. I've got the kids' tests coming up, and you know, I was realizing a dream, and I wasn't just going to leave the school because this agency told me to. And when the school found out, they negotiated a fine, they paid the agency off, and I became a full-time member of staff.
Today is the last day of school. Are you happy?
Yeah! And now I have to deal with these guys for the next 2 hours.
Goodbye, goodbye.
Goodbye, goodbye.
It's time to go.
It's time to go.
I didn't actually live in the town of Chumphon. It's a bit dreary, and it would have been easier, but yeah, like I said, I wanted to live at the beach. So let me go show you where I lived, because it's back at the beach. And this is the exact house that I actually lived in. 54/33 here on Tungwa Lane, Veal. Some soy right along the beach here. And most of these houses were for rent. The 2 people that were keen, the 2 other teachers that were keen to live at the beach, we kind of came down here one afternoon and we looked at a few houses together. And it was a 3-bedroom house. And we signed up 15,000 baht a month. And we split that between 3 of us. A couple of thousand on top for bills, water, electricity. And then we would park our bikes in here, and every morning we'd scoot along up here and 15 minutes into town to go to work. And then every evening we'd have dinner on the beach, and all weekends every day at the beach. It was a great life. We lived here really happily for about a year in this house. And then the girl that we lived with, she decided it wasn't for her, and she went back to England. And me and the Australian guy who lived here, we moved in together in Armonia village, and we got a really nice villa with a pool, and we were really happy there. There was a full resort, lots of food, pizza nights, and a bit more luxurious than this Thai style house, but it was still fantastic in living in here. Lots of great memories. Every time I would turn a corner and see something, I remember so many things. Good memories, fantastic memories. I remember having arguments with the housemates in here. arguing about little things. Things that mattered then, but now don't matter at all. But it was difficult, it was stressful to move to Thailand the first year, coming to a province like Chumphon, working in a school, living in a house with new people. It was a difficult thing to adjust to, and character building. Some people found it easier than others. I thought it was pretty simple and straightforward, but together we went through a few challenges and we came out the other end. Quick coffee break here at Pirates Terrace. I haven't seen the owner here for 6 years, and the first thing she said to me when she saw me, she was like, "Oh my god, you're so fat. I mean, you look strong." Good comeback, but I know what you're saying. I've gotten fat.
20.
We have Robusta Chumphon.
What the heck is this? This is a coffee?
We put a sugar cane.
Sugar cane, okay. And coffee on top?
Yes. When you drink, you should drink from the sweet first and the taste of coffee later.
Okay.
Enjoy your drink! Take care, my glass.
I have no idea what is going on. Next to Tung Walain Beach, about 2 kilometers to the left, is Pattaya. This is just a small market town. It has a beautiful beach, a beautiful pier, and we're going to get some lunch here. But I do want to pop in to this pharmacy on the right here, because there was a family that took me in and treated me like a part of the family, basically. In a video recently I referred to my Thai family. I was excited to see them. This is who I'm talking about. I've driven past this a couple of times already and not seen their car, not seen, you know, anyone I recognise. So I'm a little bit worried that they've moved on or they don't live here anymore. So let's just pop into the pharmacy, see if they're there. And I might spend an hour or two with them if they are. Sawadee Krap. Paddy Krap. Good to see you.
โอ้ยดีใจกี่ปีแล้วเราไม่ได้เจอกันกี่ปี
It's been 2 years in Australia, 4 years in China, 6 years. Wow. Long time. Okay, see you 6 o'clock. Oh, that was really nice. That's her daughter. She used to be 8 years old. Now she's going to university. Time flies. And they've invited me for dinner. So we're going to have dinner tonight. And I might bring you along, I don't know, we'll see. What I am going to do now is climb a mountain and tell you the story of how I met Lina Sampera Ortega, aka one of my best friends ever. I'm a bit sweaty because I've come to the summit of the mountain in Chumphon. It's called Khao Din Saw. It's not far from Tung Walain Beach, and it's about half an hour trek once you get to the start of the trail, which you can drive to. And it's a beautiful trail, but at the top there's this beautiful viewpoint, and I wanted to talk to you from there, and I still will talk to you here, but the staircase is so rotten and disrupted and just looks like it's gonna break at any second. And I threw my water up there and then realized that I don't want to die today. There are nails and the whole thing looks like it's gonna break any second. So we're not gonna go on the top. But I wanted to bring you here because, believe it or not, one time I came up here fishing and I didn't catch any fish, but I did catch a best friend. Like I said, I used to live at the beach and commute every day to school because the city was 15 kilometers away, and since we were going to be placed in Chumphon, I wanted to live as close to the beach as possible, which is what I did. But all the other teachers, pretty much, except for the two I was living with, lived in the town because it was right next to school, and I didn't really commute that much. I didn't go out with the teachers that much. I didn't really get on with them that much. There was nothing wrong with them, and I didn't click with the group in the city. But then they were saying, oh, there's some new people arriving, and it was like 3 months into it, and two girls came, one from Wales and one from Colombia, and I saw this curly-haired, interesting-looking Latino lady walking around giving people shit. She had a nose ring, dungarees on, and she just looked like my kind of person. So we started talking, and immediately I realized she was an idiot, just like me, and we were gonna get on forever.
Cheese and onion. Cheese and onion. No.
What's wrong?
She's not in love with you.
We climb mountains like this, and one particular day we took a nice photo for Instagram, and I made a joke about it, like, you know, I caught my best friend Lina Samper Ortega, and years later she would meet up with me and my best friend Thais in downtown LA airport, and as a trio we hitchhiked from LA all the way through Baja, Mexico, across all the way down through all of the Central American countries until we actually hitchhiked a $1 million yacht to the San Blas Islands in Panama. It took us 9 weeks, and after that, and after living here in Chumphon together, we are and always will be best friends, and really good memories up here. It's a shame I can't actually just get to the very top and show you, but I can fly the drone. And this is my favorite thing about this beach, okay, you ready? Afternoons, rains, okay, the afternoon rains. And this is actually typical, so typical. So look, let me just get down here. Out here, on the left-hand side, heavy, thick rain clouds, but they're not releasing the water yet. And then in the distance, you've got Cowden Soar, the mountain we went up earlier, in the blazing, beautiful sunlight. However, this way behind me, Cabana Beach, Mali Blues, where I'm staying, is completely getting smashed by the rain. And this is typical. Sometimes up that end it's raining, and sometimes up that end it's raining. Sometimes it's all over, and then it passes by and goes away and comes back and goes away and comes back. It's amazing, and that's really good because it keeps the water purity clean. It keeps the beach and the sand perfect. Rain's really good for the ocean. If you're wondering why I left, I was 24 and then I left when I was 27. You know, I was in my prime, And this is not the kind of place that you would want to live, you know, and say retire in. You know, everybody here, the foreigners who live here, there's a handful, and the Thai people here, it's very quiet, it's very relaxed. It's a good place to retire, or enjoy your twilight years, or once you've kind of, like, you know, traveled the world and got it out of your system, you could come here, buy a house or rent a house and get a job and, you know, do that. But at the time I was too young. And I got distracted and bored, and then I just decided to go to Australia for a couple of years, and I started working in a farm. And that's where I met Thais, the Belgian guy from the Budgeteers, and we bonded over a love of YouTube and a frustration that nobody was out there actually showing what the places were like. They were just doing GoPro montage reels and backflips into the ocean and stuff. And then we started doing the Budgeteers YouTube channel. And then 2 years of Australia and a year of traveling the world. I missed Thailand and I missed teaching, and that's when I went back to Chiang Mai. And I've been there for the last 3 years, working up there, and loved it. But then last year we had so much stress. We had to go online, back in the classroom, so many restrictions, no playtime for the kids, 24/7 it felt like you were with them. It's very stressful, no real break. We were blessed with the 12 days at Christmas, that was it. And we just worked for a year solid, and we got slammed solid. And then I just said to the school, I need to take a year off. I'm going to start a YouTube channel. I'm going to drive around Thailand on my little Honda. I'm going to bring you guys with me. And then thankfully they understood. And they said, Paddy, go, get out your system, and go see the provinces like this. Oh, the boat is right in the rainbow. Look, let me zoom in. Woo! Oh, Chumphon. I'm gonna level with you guys. You know, I've been filming travel videos now as a hobby for many years, as you've seen today. It goes back to like 2008, I think I first started making travel videos, and they were rubbish. But one thing I've always learned is, you know, when to turn the camera off and when to put it away. And here at this beach on this afternoon, and actually the 3-4 nights that I stayed here in total, I just kept bumping into old friends. I kept like just getting moments of remembering past life moments, you know what I mean? Like everyone listening, everyone watching this, you probably have a place, one place in your brain that is super special to your heart, and somewhere that you look back on with fond memories and wish you were there all the time. And I was really nervous coming to this beach. I thought it might have died because of COVID, but it is flourishing. As you can see here, you know, there's new businesses, and yes, some things have gone, but others have grown out, and it's really good to see that not just this beach, but the surrounding beaches have survived. They really, the whole beach just has a good vibe, and it's better than it was when I lived there, which is the biggest surprise, and I'm so happy. And for that reason, I kind of didn't really film much. I did share a lot on Instagram, especially my dinners at Seoul, meeting up with my Thai family. Things where, you know, it's a lot more easier to just get your phone out, that kind of place, you know, when you're with friends and things. You don't want this, you know, big YouTube camera filming like quite personal dinners and things like that. So basically what I'm trying to say is I had a beautiful time. I really recommend you come to Chumphon. I'll leave the links in the description to the place I stayed, the places I ate, and Chumphon, a special province for me, and hopefully for you in the future if you guys ever go to visit. Thanks for watching, and tomorrow, or in the next video I should say, we're going to Hua Hin. So, see you in the next one. Bye!